Hey Sam, this is a quick verbal cut of the presentation I sent you. Okay, hi, this is for the Wavefront Summit, primarily focused at Rogers. In our short 10 minutes, I'd like to cover introduction to ThingWorks, give you an overview of the product, talk about where we are in the market, and discuss what are the best next steps. So first of all, as a company, we were founded in 2009 by three successful software entrepreneurs. Very successful business right now, growing rapidly. I just joined 3 months ago as part of a rapid expansion of the business. The company is doing something great. It's actually disrupting the M2M application platform market. Great analyst coverage on the company. You can read some of the stuff at the bottom. So in the M2M world, or we might call it the connected world M2M 2.0, ThingWorks is unique. And really the uniqueness was made possible by the fact that we were founded 3 years ago. We were founded in 2009. So if you look at the M2M market, what we would call the traditional players of the M2M 1.0 market, these guys almost to a company were founded around 1999, 2000. And so the design criteria, the challenges that they faced were very different than the challenges that we faced when we designed our product in 2009. So back in 2000, there were really very few things connected to the internet, either people or systems. And at best, looking forward a decade, you might have imagined 500 million devices, right? So it probably got close to a billion. But these devices were relatively simple, trucks, medical equipment, and simple sensors. So not a huge number of devices, less than a billion over a decade. And the user expectation, what was the software? AOL was the big social media site, and there were no such thing as smartphones. If you look at the challenges that we saw when we built ThingWorks, we saw a world that was hurtling towards 50 billion connected devices. And these devices were of, they came in every size, shape, imaginable. And also the user expectation is really the century of the millennials, right, or the decade of the millennials. Everything has to be social, searchable, mashable, and mobile. So what we saw is a decade where devices were being onboarded 50 times faster than in the previous decade. The devices had 1,000 times the variety, not just trucks, MRI machines, and sensors, but everything that has a processor in it. And instead of applying to a couple markets like fleet telematics and remote service management, it applies to virtually every market, so hundreds of markets. So when we look at the market now, we see that you're going to need to generate between 3 to 5 million applications, each unique, to actually take advantage of the data, events, and services of these smart devices. So that was the environment we were in when we had our design objective. So what we saw is that this 50 billion device future is really it's a challenge of application development efficiency. That's the bottleneck. Communications are easy. Everything about the market's easy except for building apps rapidly. So we had as a company the design objective to produce a platform that reduced the total application development effort by tenfold. So what we did is we built really the first application platform, complete end-to-end communication, data storage, business logic, integration, user interface, and intelligence, designed to build and run the applications of the machine-machine 2.0 world, a world where the applications connect people, systems, and these smart devices or smart things. And we have achieved an average development efficiency of 10x faster, and that's been validated in our customer base. And it's because of that fact that we have a complete platform, very modern, and it offers a tenfold advantage in an era of application building, is why we're disrupting the market. Some validation. Here's just a couple customers. Now, Sam, as an aside, all traffic was held up for 3 years in a row at the Exida user conference as this great connected product company. So this is a quote from Scott Johnson, the CEO. And then Sysmex is another company that still exists on the Exida website. So you don't have to tell them, or you might say, I think one of them, maybe both of them, I'm not sure, are Exida. But here's some great validation. We've made a claim. These guys are 5 to 10x, right? So where do we fit? So we see the M2M 2.0 world not only just being about things, but sources of device data like device platforms, industrial systems, Internet of Things data services, cloud services, business applications, social services, device connectivity. You might or might not choose at this point to talk about our integration with Ericsson and Verizon and things like that, and SAP. So where do we fit from a market standpoint? We see it in three big chunks. We see it in what we call sort of the smart market, connected sensors and devices, smart farming, smart cities, smart transportation, smart buildings, etc. In the connected product business, the remote service and management and analytics business, and in the connected industries. We've been very successful with customers and applications in all three of these major segments. So on this slide, we're broadly horizontal is our big claim, with hundreds and hundreds of potential industries and applications. So partners, so we're a real ecosystem play, so we have partners, probably overlap with some of your partners, companies like Digi and Eurotech with their device cloud, Labellium, which makes a cell-connected gateway and sensor package, and some larger partners of ours, people like SAP, Verizon, Enphase, Tech Mahindra, big integrator. Now, as an aside, Ericsson, we don't have a formal partnership with Ericsson, so we're going to have to ask Western whether we can put this on the slide or we can just talk to it. But I would just say, hey, yeah, so another thing is I think we're interacting with a couple of your strategic partners. We have an ongoing relationship with SAP and Ericsson. So discussion. So that's really it. We're, a disruptor in this space. We're recognized now as the technical market leader. We'll be the financial market leader really by the end of this year. We've delivered this 5 to 15x on average 10x improvement in development efficiency, which has really accelerated the deployment of M2M applications. And we're partnering with companies that you're also partnering with. So we'd like to see if you feel like there's an opportunity for us to work together, and love to hear your thoughts. Thank you.